Hey guys, it's all around Danny. In this video, showing you guys how to make a buffer equation. So let's say they tell us that hydrochloric acid is being added to a buffer solution of hydrofluoric acid and sodium fluoride. Now, in this case, our acid is being added to a solution that contains an acid and a base. So we would mix our acid that is being added to the solution with the base of the solution to make up the left side of the equation. And now to get whatever's on the right side, we would mix the first element of our acid with the second element of our base to make HF in this case. And if you would notice, HF is the same acid that was already in the buffer solution. Now this explains what buffers do. Buffers simply make more of themselves in order to balance out the acidity or the basicness of whatever is being added to the buffer solution, to maintain the pH at an adequate level. So now to get the second solution on the right side, we would simply make up a salt. Now this only happens when you're adding an acid to a buffer solution. And what we're simply doing is combining the two remaining elements of whatever we mix on this side to get our salt. Now, if you don't know what a salt is, it's simply a metal plus a nonmetal. So this right here would be our buffer equation. Now, on the other hand, if we are adding a base to a buffer solution, let's say we have sodium hydroxide added to a buffer of hydrofluoric acid and sodium fluoride. In this case, we would mix the base with the acid of the buffer equation, of the buffer solution, to make up the left side of our equation. And then we would repeat the same steps. We would mix the first element of whatever we're mixing into the buffer, which in this case is a base, and the last time was an acid. We would mix it with the second element of whatever we mixed that was already in the buffer, which in this case is an acid, to make NaF. As you can see, this base is the same base that was already in the buffer solution. So now to get the second solution in our equation on the right side, we would mix the remaining elements, OH plus H, but in this case it does not make a salt, it makes H2O. And this right here would be our buffer equation. That's really it when it comes to buffer equations. All you have to do is really watch out for the difference between adding a base and an acid to a buffer